Hello, James.
Hello, Isoba.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to see you here.
Nice to see you too, sir.
You know, this is a new studio, and yeah, it's so important to have people like you.
I'm so impressed to see how fight has gone.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I hope, and people love it. Let's go straight to the business. Can you tell us about yourself? A very short, brief history.
I'm James Moses.
Yes. Yeah.
At first I was a teacher,
Okay.
and then after working for a couple of years, had to drop my career
Okay.
and then join the industry,
Okay.
actually the tourism industry.
All right.
And while I was doing this, I was trying to research on all schools, trying to find out which is going to be the best school
Okay.
for me to suit in, because at least outside there you have to be very smart for you to suit in.
Absolutely.
So as I was going in town trying to find out where I could get a school, happened to meet one of my friends, and he studied here.
Okay.
He's working in Wire.
Okay.
And then I talked to him, and he said it's a great school and all that, you can go and talk to the teacher. And that's when I came and met you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here. And for the time we've been around here, I've been very much impressed by your vegan courage and consistency.
Oh, thank you.
How are you managing this?
First of all, it's about having a passion about what you should be doing,
Exactly.
and actually getting to know exactly what you want to possess in life.
Yes.
Because nobody knows exactly what life holds for you.
Of course.
Yeah, so when I came here, I had my passion. I just wanted to live by my dreams.
Exactly.
And that's why I wanted to come close to you.
And when you are here, you find we have a lot of subjects to cover in just one course, and one of them is birds identifications.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's your specialist,
Yeah.
or kind of a specialization or something.
Yeah, kind of like everyone could choose anything to do.
Yeah.
People become doctors, some become nurses,
course.
but mine was to become a bird expert. It's simply because of the money, how it's very well paying than any other careers.
Okay.
So that's why I impact so much on it.
There is a challenge of being able to identify such a huge number of species of birds. How do you, is this inborn trait, or you have to do something extra to meet your targets?
Actually, without knowing exactly what you want to do,
Yeah.
it's very hard. But when you want to do something, actually you have to come up with a very clear way that is going to lead you into what you want to do. And when I just started to know birds, I realized that all the birds in a very normal eye, they almost seem to be similar.
Okay.
But they have some distinctive features,
Okay.
and these are very minor differences that all these birds have. And these are some of the characteristics and features that are going to help you get to know all these birds.
And that's actually what the birders, the professional birders, look for.
Yeah.
They don't just look for the generals, they look for the specifics.
Yeah.
And in this process, have you listed a few special species?
Yeah.
Your best ones?
Yeah, I can mention a couple of them, but
Yeah.
before we go there,
Yeah.
now there is what we call habitat and range.
Okay.
And that is going to be a main diagnostic feature, because that one basically is going to help you get to know exactly, because it's not all the species that almost look alike that are being found in a certain spot.
Okay.
Now, it simply means some of the birds, they might be at the same area,
Yes.
but then it can also vary. That's why we say about habitat and range. They are
Exactly.
mostly the diagnostic features and factors that one can use to identify the birds.
You really sound professional. You are amazing me. How long have you been at this college?
Probably 4 to 5 months.
4 to 5 months.
Yeah.
That's a good achievement.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. I would like to know about your best species of birds.
First of all, I could want to mention some of the birds that almost look like alike.
Okay.
First of all, we have the Mbulu robin chat.
Okay.
And then we have the other one that is called the rusty flanked robin.
Okay.
And actually, this is going to give you some of the characteristics of the birds, and it's going basically to give you some distinctive features. For example, if we consider the Mbulu robin chat, actually the breast or the underparts, they're very dark as compared to the rust flanked robin chat, because the rust flanked robin chat, on the underparts of the breast, it's almost spotless white. and the other one it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
But according to your eyes, if you don't see them in a very clear area whereby there is good light,
Okay.
you might think it's exactly the same,
The same
bird.
species.
Yeah.
But absolutely, it's different.
Yeah, and also we have another bird that is the orange-throated longclaw.
Yeah,
and
I know that one.
Yeah, and the Pangani longclaw.
Okay.
Obviously now these are two. The orange, obviously this is very self-explanatory because the throat it's orange,
Yeah.
and it's a longclaw.
Okay.
But the other one it's Pangani. But now the habitat where they are all found it's kind of different.
Okay.
But then basically basing on some of the birds they can be found at the same habitat, and it's not either guaranteed that you'll find them on very good light.
Okay.
And that's why when you want to do bedding, it's mostly recommended that you start early in the morning,
Yeah.
so that at least you can get to catch up with some birds and get to see them on the light. Because if you try to do during the evening hours, you might not be able to see the birds because others they seem almost similar.
That's very good advice to the birders. That's very good advice.
Yeah.
And up to now, how many species can you be able to identify?
Actually, in Tanzania, I've done about 960.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I have. And then
960.
and 60. Yeah, my target is actually getting to 1,200.
Okay.
But something came in between when I was almost accomplishing it.
Okay.
I got a certain trip, and it was impacting me to get into other countries, birds of other countries. For example, in Kenya, I
Okay.
got a trip to go in Kenya, and I had to go do bedding there because of someone that I had met when doing this, and he actually saw like have the potential, and he wanted to try to see out what is exactly that this person holds. And
How
he
good
gave
you
me,
are.
yeah, and he
Yes.
gave me kind of like a trial that I should go and do it. And he told me we'll start by Kakamega Forest
Okay.
and then move on to Aberdare
Okay.
Mountains in Kenya.
I'd love to be near Aberdare.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of
It's an
Aberdare.
awesome place.
It is an awesome
Very
place.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay, how did that trip go? Have you gone already?
I went there,
Yes.
made some good money.
I love money.
Yeah.
How much,
And
if you would be comfortable to tell us?
actually, for a single day, I was being paid at least $470, and that is approximately like,
$470 per day.
and that is approximately like 1,000,000 Tanzanian shillings for a
That's
day.
good money.
Yeah.
That's a good reason to study birds.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. I would really like to shed more light on your trip to Kakamega. You were paid like $470 per day.
Yeah.
And how many days did you do?
I happened to go for 14 days.
For 14 days.
Yeah.
That gives you like how many dollars? How much?
In Tanzanian shillings, that is probably like 14 million.
Like 14 million.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good money. That's good money. So tell me about your advice to the young guys who are coming up and they have a passion of making good life or being professional birding guides. What challenges and the opportunities can they look for in this angle?
Actually, I could say that every profession and every career has its own challenges.
Yes.
As we are saying now, bedding to the bedder seems to be very easy. That is after knowing exactly your passion.
Yep.
And getting to know
And
what
following it.
Yeah, and getting to know what are some of the things or factors that are going to help you get to meet all these dreams.
Exactly.
Now, when we talk about these things, we have the LBJs.
Yeah.
These are very little birds that almost seem the same, and like the
they're
cisticolas, the
totally
prinia,
different. Yeah.
barbets, and all that. These are all challenges. If you don't get to impact very much on these birds and get to know what are really the habitats,
Yes.
distinctive features, and where they're basically being located,
Yep.
it's going to be very hard for you to become a birder. So at least I could advise someone, if you get to embark on this career, you should be very serious on it. Very serious.
But once you have achieved a good number of birds and their characteristics, and the money is there.
Yeah, it's all about there. Money, it's all
The
about.
money is there.
Yeah.
The market is waiting.
And actually, there is a kind of like a limited career because not everyone is willing to do bedding. It's because of the challenge.
Yes.
We have very few guides of beds.
Okay.
And if one could want to be one, it's going to be very easy for him to get a job. Bedding, it's a very good career that one can ever choose.
It is.
And as we are talking right now, I'm having a safari to Pretoria in South Africa.
Pretoria.
Yeah. That's where I'm planning to go next, and have a friend who is, it's just like he's supporting me in everything. He's going to guarantee all my stuffs, all the expenses that I'm going to use. And it was kind of like, yeah, I've got now the opportunity to go and do bedding in South Africa, and because I want to become an international bedder.
Okay, by having said that, James, I really want to tell you that I'm very much proud of you, and I wish you a nice trip to Pretoria, South Africa.
Thank you very much.
I was in St. Lucia, KwaZulu-Natal Park, and I'm sure you are going to enjoy the...
I'll go by there and tell them Mr. Izoba said something. Hope they know.
Please do that.
I'll do
Please
that.
do that. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll make another interview maybe when you come back.
Yeah, you're welcome so much.
All the
Izoba.
best. All
Yeah.
the best. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.